I would like to introduce Thozhar Inniya. Thozhar Inniya is the author of a book, also a law student, and a pioneer of a social justice. She is going to talk about from identity to humanity. Thozhar?
Thank you, Thola. It was such a great speech on the topic. Vanakkam, today we are gathered to discuss something that sounds like a very big social idea, but actually beginning it in a very small place, building a humanist community. When we hear this phrase, we often imagine governments, policies, or revolutions. But in truth, it is so simpler. A humanist community is not built first in parliament, but it is built in our behavior, which is within. Before we ask how society should change, we must ask one honest question. Do we treat every human beings equally? What humanism really means? Humanism means believing that every human being's life has equal dignity. No person is superior because of birth, religion, caste, gender, or wealth. Reason must be guided our thinking. Compassion must guide our action. As Doctor reminded us, democracy is not sustained only by law. It survives through fraternity, the feeling that we belong to one another as equal. A humanist community begins exactly there. The reality, discrimination exists in many forms. When we speak about caste discrimination, we must be honest that discrimination does not exist just in one form. It exists in caste, it exists in religion, it exists in gender. And very often it exists quietly in our everyday social and economic behavior. Yes, caste discrimination remains a serious social reality. Yes, religious division still shapes the opportunity and truth. And gender inequality continues to affect safely, freedom, and dignity. These are structural injustice and they must be recognized clearly and they need a very, 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 very critical surgery. Because one of a pioneer leader who is always called by his name, Periyar, whose actual name is Ramasamy, E.V. Ramasamy, he is also known as a very, very great surgeon rather than a physician because these justice activities doesn't just need a treatment but they need surgery. But if we truly want to build a humanist community, we must also look more closely into our daily lives because discrimination does not live only in systems, it lives in our behavior. Look around our daily environment, a house owner asking harshly a domestic worker, a family treating the person who cleans their house without basic respect. A security guard stands all day but are rarely acknowledged as fellow human beings. Delivery workers are treated as if they are are doing service and not a person. Workers underpaid simply because they are economically weaker. People judged by salary, asset, and or clothing. Sometimes, without even realizing it, we may deny equality for ourselves. While denying dignity to someone who depends on us, that is where humanism truly gets tested. Humanism is not tested when we speak on stage. It is tested in how we talk to drivers, how we treat sanitation workers, how we respond to someone economically dependent on us, how we behave towards someone who cannot benefit us. If we respect only the powerful, I think we are not humanist. We are not human itself. We are simply followers of status. The great social reformer, Tandai Periyar, said that wisdom lies in thinking and the rationalist thinking destroys blind hierarchy. Rationalism teaches us something fundamental. No human being is born to survive other, but no human being is also not born to commend others. Hierarchy is created by society, but dignity is natural. It is inborn. A real humanist community is one where dignity is the supreme power. Dignity does not depend on one's income, and respect does not depend on one's profession, and opportunity does not depend on one's background. Women live with safety and equality. Labor in every form is respected, not charity. Justice, not sympathy. Equality, because sympathy keeps hierarchy alive. Equality removes it, because as I always say, dignity is one's birthright. Now comes the most important question. Who will actually build this humanist community? Not only governments, not only courts, not only social activists. It is the youth, it is the next generation, and it is the actual human being who are living here. Because all the above mentioned government, courts, and activists can give you aid. They can give you the structure because every injustice activity has only one solution because every human brains are being corrupted with that injustice activities. So there can actually be a change only when every human mind is civilized and when every human being feel that everyone is equal, no one is superior, no one is below us. Because today's youth are tomorrow's administrators, employers, teachers, lawyers, parents. If prejudice remains in our thinking today, we will rebuild the same unjust society tomorrow. But if humanism becomes our habit today, we will build a completely different future tomorrow. Let us make this very practical. Building a humanist community does not require power. It is reality choice. Simple daily life choices. Speak respectfully to everybody, including your domestic workers. Pay workers fairly and on time because they are working for us and we have the right to pay them back. Reject caste or gender jokes even in private spaces. Don't judge someone by income or profession. Teach children to respect all forms of labor and humans. Stand calmly against injustice when you see it. Verify facts before spreading hatred on social media. A society does not become humanist when leaders change. It becomes humanist when daily behaviors change. When we often ask, when will society change? But society is something mysterious. It is not mysterious because society is simply filled with human beings, daily human interactions. So if tomorrow morning you treat the next person you meet with full dignity, you have already started building a humanist community. If you ask me, how should I treat them? My answer will be very simple. Just treat them the way you wanted to be treated by others. Humanism is not proven in books, not proven in slogans, not proven in speeches like this. Humanism is proven in only one simple test. How do we treat the weakest person in our daily lives? If our generation chooses humanity over hatred, reason over superstition, equality over privilege, then we will not just live a society, we will have a transform it, which is filled with just human. And if everybody accept the fact that we are just human beings who are born in this earth as equal as everybody and who will one day go out because nobody's life is permanent on this earth. So let us all live a life just being a human being, treating everybody equal. Let us all cherish this beautiful livelihood. Thank you so much for Pearl for giving such an beautiful topic, a theme, and take this to a next aspect. Thank you so much.